Good morning and welcome to your HAN Network Coffee Break for Monday, July 17th. I'm Frank Renito, filling in for Kate Czaplinski, bringing you this morning's top stories from around Fairfield County, including doctors from Darien and Milford charged with writing illegal prescriptions, a Saturday night shooting in downtown Stamford, and a Guilford firefighter who has been arrested and charged with workers' compensation fraud. Plus sports and weather with Kevin Coleman today, and a look back on this day in history with Donald Ang as well. But first, we go to Darien, where Detective James Palmieri has confirmed, and the Darien police say, a suspect is in custody and there is no danger to the public after a home invasion Sunday. Detective Palmieri confirmed the incident to the Darien Times, but information such as location, name of the suspect, and the number of residents involved had not been released as of Sunday evening. For more updates on this story, follow the Darien Times. In other news, doctors from Darien and Milford have been charged with writing illegal prescriptions, and one is still at large. 47-year-old Dr. Ramil Mansurov of Darien is being sought by law enforcement as a result of an investigation into his Norwalk medical practice. He and 70-year-old Dr. Bharat Patel of Milford have been charged by federal authorities with writing prescriptions outside the scopes of legitimate medical practice, healthcare fraud, and money laundering. Patel was arrested Wednesday, July 12th at his residence. He has since appeared before U.S. Magistrate Judge William I. Garfinkel in Bridgeport and is detained pending a detention hearing that is scheduled for today. Federal authorities said the physicians operated out of Family Health Urgent Care at 235 Main Street in Norwalk. The practice was formerly known as Immediate Health Care, which was owned by Patel in approximately 2012. Mansurov bought the practice from Patel and renamed it Family Urgent Health Care, and Patel continued to work out of there. Around 2013, the Drug Enforcement Administration received information that the doctors may be writing prescriptions for controlled substances outside the scope of legitimate medical practice. The complaint alleges that Patel regularly provided prescriptions for narcotics, including oxycodone and hydrocodone, to patients that he knew were addicted or had been arrested for distributing or possessing controlled substances. On numerous occasions, Patel allegedly provided prescriptions to patients who paid him $100 in cash for each prescription. In certain instances, Patel allegedly would write prescriptions for individuals who were not his patients in exchange for cash. When Patel was not available, law enforcement says Mansurov provided Patel's patients with unnecessary prescriptions. Stay with us through the week for more details on this case as we continue to bring you this story. And in other news, we can tell you now that a man was shot several times Saturday night in Stamford, and Stamford police say a quick-thinking officer expedited medical treatment for the victim. When police responded to a report of suspicious men on Spruce Street around 9:30 Saturday, Officer Chris Terrell found a man who had been shot in the street. Police say the man was shot several times and was rushed by Terrell to Stamford Hospital, where he is recovering. Around 10:20 on Saturday night, Stamford police received multiple reports of gunshots on Seaside Avenue. And officers found that several bullets had struck a house which occupied at the time by several residents, but no one was injured. Stamford police are asking anyone with information about either incidents to contact the Bureau of Criminal Investigation or call Crime Stoppers at 203-977-TIPS. That's 203-977-TIPS. And in other news, a Shelton man was killed in a two-vehicle crash on State Route 42 in Bethany on Friday. State police say that a 43-year-old John Quacho was pronounced dead at the scene as the driver of the second vehicle was hospitalized with a possible minor injury. The crash remains under investigation, and we'll have more on this story throughout the week. A Bridgeport man has died Saturday evening as well when his car collided with a tractor trailer parked on Newfield Avenue. Police told the Connecticut Post. Terrell A. Brown of Kingsbury Road was driving a 1989 Toyota Corolla wagon near the I-95 underpass around 7:20 p.m. when his car collided with the vehicle, trapping him inside. We're going to shift gears now, though, and we will send it over to Kevin Coleman for a look at the weather. Kevin, thank you for filling in last week. We're going to let you keep going. You did a good job.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You sound good reading the news, my man.
Thanks.
But we're looking at the weather for this 5-day work week, and today it's a mix of sun and clouds, high around 82. We look at tonight, partly cloudy skies early on will give way to cloudy skies late, low around 70. We look at tomorrow, it's going to be partly skies in the morning, a stray of shower, and maybe even a thunderstorm in the late afternoon is a possibility, high of 83. We look at Wednesday, partly to mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms in the morning, high around 87. Thursday, mix of sun and clouds again, a stray of showers, and again, another possibility of a thunderstorm, high around 89. And Friday, we end the work week on a high note, sunny and 88. So that will do it for your weather update. Frank, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Kevin. We're going to step aside here on your coffee break. When we get back, we got plenty more news for you from around Fairfield County. Kevin will have a Nutmeg Sports update, and Donald Ang joins us for a look back on this day in history. We'll be right back after this.
Celebrate summer with fresh, made-to-order picnic boxes from Walter Stewart's Market. We have delicious summery selections from buttermilk fried chicken to grilled lemon chicken kebab, grilled shrimp Caesar salad wraps, or lobster salad rolls. Our easy-to-carry picnic boxes come with your choice of a meal, as well as a dessert, beverage, and utensils. Order online for simple pickup options. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, and online at stewartsmarket.com.
I can't believe it.
Well, Dad, you did it. You sold 160 cars. Ready to go back upstairs now?
I think it's time. I wonder how the boys are making out in their new office. Not what I had in mind, Kyle. What, Dad?
Maybe we should retire. Right now, lease a 2017 Rogue S for only $139 a month. Isn't it time you got Millerized?
At Pure Barre Ridgefield, our tried and true method can shape every body and fit any schedule. Pure Barre is a total body workout using the ballet bar to perform small, isometric movements which burn fat, sculpt muscles, and create long, lean physiques. Sweat away the day and get lost in the music. Pure Barre Ridgefield, located at 86 Danbury Road. Like us on Facebook at Pure Barre Ridgefield.
If you've ever thought about owning a motor coach or learning about what it's like to travel the open road in superior style and comfort, then contact Dave's RV Center in Danbury, Connecticut. Offering the best quality Class A motorhomes from Newmar, travel trailers and fifth wheel lines from Surveyor, and a toy hauler line from Work and Play. Choose from Newmar's Gas Line, Base Star and Canyon Star, or from Newmar's Diesel Line, Ventana and Dutch Star. And with unparalleled service and maintenance, Dave's RV is committed to keeping you and your motor coach safely on the road and enjoying it to the fullest. Stop by their showroom, 2 Industrial Plaza Road, Danbury, Connecticut, or call 877-483-3866.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now at the Summer Clearance event. Going on now through July 31st.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier network, and we've also reached more than 2 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
We are back on this Monday, July 17th edition of your coffee break, telling you that a Monroe police officer trying to return to work after a battle with brain cancer faces a pre-termination hearing tonight at Monroe Town Hall. Leading up to the hearing, a Change.org petition to support Andrew Wall, a Monroe resident, in his efforts to return to work after surviving brain cancer has been getting traction online. Lazara's petition states that allowing Wall to return to work will give him the chance to return his life to normalcy. The petition has garnered more than 6,200 signatures as of 10:30 Friday morning and will be sent to the members of the Town Council, First Selectman Steve Vivaric, State Representative J.P. Srenzik, State Representative Mitch Polinsky, Senator Richard Blumenthal, U.S. Attorney General George Jepsen, and Connecticut ACLU's Executive Director David McGuire. Follow MonroeCourier.com for more updates on this story. But now we will welcome in Donald Eng as we take a look back on this day in history for July 17th. Don, happy to have you on. What do we got for us?
Well, you know, we have the first of 650 million would begin today. First, though, we go all the way back to 1902. A person who can only be described as a super patriot, that is Willis Carrier, creates the concept for the first air conditioner in Buffalo, New York. Now, the system was created for the Sackett Wilhelms Lithographing and Publishing Company of Brooklyn, which was having quality control problems related to high humidity. Today, the Carrier Corporation is a subsidiary of United Technologies. It employs 45,000 people. 1918, RMS Carpathia is torpedoed and sank off the coast of Ireland by the German U-boat U-55. That Carpathia is the ship that rescued 705 survivors from RMS Titanic 6 years earlier. By the way, the torpedoes killed 5 people, but everyone else on board Carpathia survived because Carpathia had enough lifeboats for everyone. 1997, after 117 years in business, the Woolworth Corporation closes the last of its 400 stores. Once the largest retail chain in the world, increased competition and corporate focus on its subsidiaries doomed the core company. The company, Woolworth Company, does live on, though, under the name of its most successful subsidiary, Foot Locker. Finally, now we go to 1955, Anaheim, California, for this.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world. Thank you.
That, of course, was Walt Disney officially opening Disneyland in Anaheim. Since its opening, 650 million guests have visited the park. That is the largest cumulative attendance at any attraction in the world. That is your look back in history for today, July 17th, and I'm Donald Eng.
Well, thank you very much, Don. And on a disappointing note, I've actually never been to Disneyland or Disney World.
I've never been to Disneyland. I've been to Disney World. You know, you got a 9-year-old, you do what you have to. But it's a lot of fun. You'd be surprised.
Well, unfortunately, I think I have missed my window, but we look forward to hearing what
another one could open.
In other news, a former Manfredi Jewels employee was arrested by New Canaan police for the theft of some $150,000 worth of Rolex watches. Pierce Shortell of Wallingford was arrested after what police called a complicated and lengthy investigation. Detectives concluded that Shortell, 30 years old, was responsible for the watches that went missing from the 72 Elm Street store between the time he was hired in 2016 to when he resigned in June 2017. The first clues were discrepancies that started appearing in the store's reports of Rolex watch sales and inventories. In examining employee records and calendars, it was determined that only Shortell was working on all of the days that suspicious entries were made into the store's database that coincided with the watches gone missing, according to a police report. Examination of Federal Express shipping records found that many shipments being made by Shortell near or on the exact dates that watches were being ship-phoned from the store, police said. These shipments were traced to an address in the Ohio Background investigation into the address and business there found watches being sold on eBay. With the help of Ohio authorities, a search and seizure warrant was executed at the address, which appeared many times on the shipping labels, even though no sales were ever recorded for those particular shipments. Police say one stolen Rolex watch was recovered. More are being sought after as the investigation is continuing. Shortell was charged with first-degree larceny and released on a $150,000 bond. Shifting gears, looking to Ridgefield after a 3-week break from blocked lanes, alternating one-way traffic will return to Route 35 in Ridgefield on the bridge. The state's Department of Transportation told Ridgefield officials Friday that the stop-and-go traffic pattern would resume sometime between today and Friday. However, there is not an exact date yet. Work at the site requiring the alternating traffic is usually scheduled to start after the morning commuter rush hour is over and to end before the afternoon commute starts as well. All work will be weather permitting. Well, we'll stop there now and send it back over to Kevin Coleman as he will suffer surely from that Ridgefield traffic. But first, he'll have a Nutmeg Sports update for us.
Well, thank you, Frank. We're going to stick with Ritchfield. Saturday night, the Ridgefield Little League All-Stars launched into the next stratosphere, launching 4 home runs in their 9-7 victory over Stamford North. Ridgefield won the District 1 11 to 12-year-old championship Saturday night at Springdale Field in Stamford. Ridgefield now compete in the state sectionals, which will include 11 other Connecticut district winners. The state champion advances to New England regionals, from which the winner heads to the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. The district title was Ridgefield's first since 2007 and 8th overall. Coming up at 2 p.m. today, we have Nutmeg Sports with myself and Frank Granito. You do not want to miss it, and be sure to follow us on Snapchat and Instagram to follow us as we get prepared behind the scenes for all our programs here on the HAN Network. That will do it for your Nutmeg Sports update. Frank, back to you.
Thank you very much, Kevin, and I can tell you that you did a great job last week, but there will not be any soccer on the docket for today.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll probably sneak it in, maybe.
I wouldn't be so sure, but getting back to more local news, a Maryland attorney was sentenced to 30 months of imprisonment, followed by 3 years of supervised release for conspiring with a former Easton man in a long-running fraud scheme that targeted distressed homeowners throughout Connecticut. 51-year-old Bradford Barneys conspired with Timothy W. Burke in the long-running fraud scheme, according to Deirdre M. Daly, United States Attorney for the District of Connecticut. Barneys was licensed to practice in Connecticut and has an office as well in Bridgeport. Between approximately 2010 and November 2015, Burke, formerly of Easton, engaged in a scheme to defraud individuals, mortgage lenders, and the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, according to court documents and statements made in court. He falsely represented to homeowners who were in or facing foreclosure on their homes that he would purchase their homes and pay off their mortgages. You can read more on this story at eastoncourier.com. And in other news now regarding the spread hot dogs sold locally are among more than 7 million pounds of Frank's recalled by Marathon Enterprises Incorporated of the Bronx. The hot dogs may be contaminated with extraneous materials, specifically bone fragments, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service. Many of the recalled products are Sabrett brand hot dogs. Also included in the recall are 16-ounce packages of the StewLeonards.com brand Beef Franks, as well as a variety of other brands of hot dogs and sausage. The products subject to recall bear establishment number EST.8864 inside the USDA mark of inspection. These items were shipped to retail and institutional locations nationwide. Consumers with questions about the recall can contact John Terminello, Consumer Relations at 1-800-SABRETT. That's 1-800-SABRETT, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:15 p.m. A list of recalled products and more information can be found at your local HAN Network site. A Guilford firefighter who was reportedly seen setting up equipment and performing with a band after an on-the-job injury left him unable to work was arrested and charged with workers' compensation fraud, according to a report issued by the state on Friday. Michael Hudd, age 55, of 64 Pomona Avenue, Milford, was arrested by inspectors from the Workers' Compensation Fraud Control Unit in the Office of the Chief State's Attorney and charged with 1 count of fraudulent claim or receipt of benefits. According to the arrest warrant affidavit, HUD reported being injured on March 25, 2016 while working for the town of Guilford as a firefighter. He received more than $21,000 in workers' compensation benefits based on his claim of having no work capacity of any kind and not earning any money outside of the disability payment, the warrant states. On 4 separate occasions while collecting disability benefits, HUD was observed playing drums for the Milford-based band, the Rum Runners, and also lifting, moving, and setting up the band's equipment, according to a press release issued by the state. HUD was released on a written promise to appear in New Haven Superior Court on July 19th. We'll have more on this story as it develops. We're going to step aside one more time here on your coffee break. When we get back, we have more local news for you. Plus, Kate Czaplinski, before heading off this week, sat down with Make-A-Wish Connecticut for an exclusive interview to talk about an upcoming event. That'll be coming up after the break on your coffee break on the HAN Network.
Want a new experience in car buying? No aggravation, no confrontation, just answers to all your questions. Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Car buying the way you want it to be. With one of the largest selections of new 2- and 4-door Jeep Wranglers available, we are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Located in Fairfield, Connecticut, we're easy to get to. Just 2.5 miles off the Merritt Parkway, exit 44 via Route 58 South. Save thousands right now at the summer clearance event. Going on now through July 31st.
You don't have to go far for authentic Neapolitan cuisine and renowned wood-fire pizza. Pizzeria Loretano of Bethel is a contemporary Italian bistro, specializing in authentic wood-fired brick oven pizza Napolitana. Pizzeria Loretano was named one of America's top 1,000 Italian restaurants in 2008 by Zagat, and recommended by Jane and Michael Stern on National Public Radio's Splendid Table. Located close to the Bethel Cinema, we focus on quality, and our food is always made to order. Join us for live jazz Sundays from 6 to 8. Find our schedule, menu, and more at pizzerialoretano.com and like us on Facebook.
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Registration is now open for our fitness training programs for high school athletes. The InSports Performance Center is offering blast speed classes, athletic functional movement assessments, and both men's and women's elite speed and strength training. Our premier programs help bring athletes to the next level. Call 203-268-1214 for more information. Like and follow us on Facebook.
School's out, the weather is hot, and the fish are biting. Whether you're heading to the beach or out on a boat, stop in at the dock shop before you go to fill your beach bag or tackle box with everything you'll need for fun in the sun. A new beach cover-up, some sunscreen, or just some bait, the dock shop has you covered from either location. 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport. And yes, you heard that right. Bait is now available in Darien and Westport. The dock shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport. DockShop.com.
I'm Tracy Masella, a licensed clinical social worker at Silver Hill Hospital in New Canaan. Join me each month as we talk with experts on the front lines of the treatment of mental health and addiction. Straight Talk with Tracy, a Silver Hill Hospital production, airs at 12 p.m. on the second Thursday of each month here on the HAN Network.
Welcome back to this Monday, July 17th episode of Your Coffee Break. Kate Czaplinski is off this week, but before leaving, she was able to sit down and speak with Make-A-Wish Connecticut about a special event which is going to begin this weekend. Let's take a look now at that interview and find out more.
To your coffee break. I'm Kate Czaplinski, talking now about Sunflowers for Wishes, a special event running July 22nd through July 30th. And I'm joined by Shayna Grassi of Make-A-Wish Connecticut to find out more. Shayna, so happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Now, this is an incredible event, 500,000 sunflowers in a field on several acres. Please tell us more about it.
It's spectacular. If you haven't had the opportunity to see it yet, this is the year to do it because it's 14 acres of just, you know, chin-high sunflowers as far as the eye can see. And it's not just flowers. That's kind of the amazing thing. You can take a hay ride through the fields and go feed Buttonwood Farm's lovely cows. You can take a ride on what they call the cow train. So it's a great family event, and it's an opportunity to meet all the wonderful Wish kids who the Button family has helped grant the wishes of these past 14 years.
Now, like you said, 14 years doing this, the Buttonwood Farms. So this family just kind of stepped forward and decided to do this event and donate everything to Make-A-Wish Connecticut, right?
Yeah, so the Button family planted this single acre of sunflowers all those years ago. And when the sunflowers died, they fed them to their cows. And they realized that people were coming from all over to see these flowers, and they could do a lot more good than just keep the cows, you know, full and happy. So they started planting more and more and more, and they donated 100% of the proceeds to Make-A-Wish. And over the years, that's raised more than $1 million, which has helped grant a lot of wishes for kids with life-threatening medical conditions.
It's just so incredible. And I believe the hour's 10 a.m. to dusk for all those days that it's open. So there's plenty of time to find a slot that works.
And it's the perfect midweek event if you're looking for something to do with your family. It's in Griswold. It's a little bit of a trek, but the wonderful thing is there's so much to do that day. In addition to sunflowers, in addition to the hay rides and feeding the cows, they also have their incredible ice cream stand.
Ooh.
Delicious.
Always a plus.
And it's this one chance you have every year to try their sunflower flavor.
Ooh.
So it's a can't miss event. And the great thing is too, picnics are welcome. You can pack your own food, set up for the day, hang out, enjoy the scenery, and know that you're doing some good for the community.
And now you mentioned, Shayna, that there are going to be Wish kids there who can talk about their experiences, right?
Yeah, so it's the opportunity to meet some great kids. We actually have a kid, Daniel. He's going to be with us on July 22nd. His wish is coming true that day. Oh, wow. So while he's at Sunflowers, we have a team, including our wonderful friends at Bob's Furniture, who are going to be at his house doing a room makeover for him. And for Daniel, this room makeover is the opportunity to have some place he can invite friends over. He's had a tough go of things, and we're going to transform his living room into a movie theater where he can have all of his friends over and just really enjoy the time with the people he loves the most.
That's amazing. You know, we should mention another great part about Sunflowers for Wishes is people can take their family photos there, their engagement photos. I mean, that's a nice piece of this.
Absolutely. The Button family has opened up the farm this year to professional photographers. All they require is a $50 donation to Make-A-Wish, and you can enjoy that beautiful backdrop for everything from engagement photos, maternity photos, family shoots, and you have that full July 22nd to July 30th to take advantage of that.
That's amazing. And now we want to talk about this summer. Make-A-Wish Connecticut has set some goals as far as granting wishes for children with life-threatening medical conditions. You guys are out there making a lot of wishes happen. What is the goal for this summer?
So this summer, our goal is to grant 90 wishes.
Wow.
It's a record number of wishes for us. So we're coming up on our 3,000th wish since we've been founded. But during the summer, you know, kids are out of school. We have a lot of children traveling, but it's also a really expensive time to grant wishes.
Yeah.
We see airfares go up, we see hotel accommodations go up. So now more than ever is a great time for people to get involved with the organization and to really play a pivotal part in making those wishes come true.
And I think what's so great about you guys is you do a lot of travel wishes, but a lot of these kids have such unique wishes that they want. I mean, do any pop into your mind that you could think of recently that are just...
Yeah, you know, we've had wishes to meet wonderful celebrities.
Yeah.
Everyone from Lady Gaga to I just did a wish assist for the men's national soccer team.
Oh, so cool.
We have people who wish to be their favorite things, whether it's a ballerina. We had a great wish a little while ago to be a National Geographic photographer.
Oh, that's
and a lot of wishes to have. And that's one of the
Yeah.
great ways people in the community can get involved too. We do a lot of playgrounds, playscapes, above ground pools. For kids who are recovering from bone cancer, an above ground pool can be a great way for them to regain strength.
Right.
So if you're a contractor, if you're a landscaper, if you have any skill, there's a good chance that a Wish kid could use your help. And we're always excited for people to get in touch with us. They can visit our website, which is ct.wish.org, and learn more about how they can get directly involved in the Wish process.
And how can they find out more about Sunflowers for Wishes?
So visiting our website is always a great way to learn about Sunflowers for Wishes or other events this summer. And again, that's ct.wish.org. Or they can visit buttonwoodicecream.com and they can get an inside look at everything that's going to be going on at the event this year.
Well, I just want to thank you guys for the amazing work you do, just making these dreams come true for local kids. And there's so many ways that people can help. So I really just encourage everyone, visit Sunflowers for Wishes, get involved with Make-A-Wish. You guys do an incredible job.
Thank you.
All right, well, thank you so much, Shane.
Thank you very much, Kate, and there's more on that story at han.network. Let's take one more look at today's forecast as well as the next couple of days before we wrap up your coffee break, and we'll do so with Kevin Coleman. Kevin.
Thank you, Frank. Today we're going to see a mix of sun and clouds, high around 82. Tonight, partly cloudy skies early will develop into cloudy skies later on again as well. It's going to be a low around 70. Look at tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, a stray of showers, and maybe even a thunderstorm in the late afternoon to evening time on your commute home, high around 83. Wednesday is going to be a little better, partly to mostly cloudy skies, but again, you may see that developing scattered thunderstorm around the Fairfield County area in the morning, maybe even mid-afternoon, high around 87. Thursday, mix of sun and clouds, a stray shower, perhaps, maybe again, possible thunderstorm could happen in your commute home, high around 89. And Friday, a positive way to end the work week. Beautiful, sunny, and 88. And looks like the weekend's going to be pretty nice as well. So we'll get back. I'll check back in with you later on the week, and we can talk about the weekend. But that'll do it for your weather update on this Monday. Frank, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. That's good to hear. As we'll have the regionals getting underway in Trumbull for the 14 Under New England tournament in the Babe Ruth baseball. That'll be at the end of this week, starting Friday, carrying into Monday, and then for the semifinals and championship on Tuesday and Wednesday. Kevin and I will be there. John Kovacs might join us, Mike Suppy as well. Yep. We're going to have coverage live here. Joe Mixty will be there as well. Yes, I see you back there, Joe. But that will do it for this coffee break on July 17th. Kevin and I will be back again tomorrow morning. But before that, you can catch us at 2 o'clock with a brand new episode of Nutmeg Sports only on the HAN Network.